The school committee chooses an interim superintendent. The new Early Learning Center is officially named, and proposed increases to athletic fees are scaled back. These stories and more on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Tuesday, March 17th, 2015. I'm Sarah Mannel. The school committee appoints Barnstable School District Attorney Bill Butler as interim superintendent. Chair Margot Weber says after much thought and discussion, the subcommittee tasked with finding a replacement for Superintendent of Schools Dr. Mary Schakowsky agrees that this will be the least disruptive option.
We all got the news of Dr. Schakowsky's imminent departure in December, and a subcommittee of the school committee began working, which was myself and Mr. Murphy. We met over the last few months to consider our various options, and with the support of the school committee, decided to pursue an option for an interim superintendent rather than launching a full search. Beyond that, we decided that we would pursue someone from within, hiring someone that's still on our team to take over, just to avoid, I don't want to say avoid the disruption of somebody coming in from the outside, but to acknowledge the hard work that's being done now and to look for the least disruptive and most supportive means of going forward. We had a presentation last week on the management team approach with our attorney, Mr. Butler, and retired Assistant Superintendent Marie McKay. We got some comments at the meeting, and since that time, we have met as a subcommittee, and we've met with Bill. We've heard from not only our fellow school committee members, my fellow subcommittee member, but more importantly, from the two leaders of that team, and we have a different option to present today, and I'm very pleased to say this is the recommendation of the subcommittee, that we appoint Attorney Butler interim superintendent for Barnstable Schools until such time as we can get a permanent superintendent, and that of course would be subject to contract negotiations, and also with the idea that once that appointment is made, we will all work together to flesh out the details of the management of the district going forward.
And the committee voted unanimously in favor of Butler's appointment. Butler thanked the committee following the vote.
I appreciate the school committee's confidence in asking me to serve as interim superintendent. My goal is to ensure that the district's current course continues without difficulty for the next period between Mary's last date and when her successor begins work. I want to thank Marie McKay for devoting the time to work with me through this process. Her analysis of the role of a superintendent was thoughtful and careful, and I found it extremely valuable. I also want to thank the leadership team for its support. I take that less as an endorsement of me personally than as a recognition that together we're doing valuable work and they'd like to continue it to fruition. And finally, I wish you a successful and I hope speedy superintendent search.
Weber says the next steps will be meeting with Dr. Schakowsky to plan a transition date. The new Early Learning Center in Barnstable will now be known as the Enoch Cobb Early Learning Center. The school committee discussed the naming of the center during last night's meeting. 3 committee members voted in favor of the name, 1 voted against. School officials are pulling back on a plan to raise athletic fees for the next school year. Instead of the proposed increase of $75 to $225 per sport, officials opted to increase fees by $25 per sport. That means each student would have to pay $150 per sport. Deputy Finance Director Gareth Markwell talked about the changes.
So the proposed $25 increase per sport will be dedicated to new team uniforms. We have a small breakout here of what we see the first year initial outlay might look like. Included in your packet tonight, I did include, thanks to Scott, the fee ranges for other districts. They range from $90 to $300. The current $125 rate is really at the lower end of the scale. Family caps range from $200 to $1,500. There are some sports where they try to do a full cost recapture of the particular sports, and certainly it's not uncommon for them to have those kind of premium charges for ice hockey, $150 to $850. Football, $150 to $400. Gymnastics, $250 to $335, and then swimming ranges from $250 to $300. We're not proposing at this time for a premium on sports, just the $25 flat increase for all.
The school committee will vote on the proposed FY16 budget during their April 9th meeting. This weekend, the Easter Bunny is making his way to Hyannis. To learn more, I sat down with program coordinator Melanie Mimo. I can't believe it. It's almost spring. We're really excited. The Easter Bunny is actually coming to town. Where can we see the Easter Bunny, Melanie?
The Easter Bunny and his sidekick Chick will be coming to Barnstable Intermediate School on March 28th from 11 to 1.
Wonderful. Such a fun event. Hopefully all the snow will be gone by then. We're crossing our fingers.
Yes, because we do have an Easter egg hunt outside, so
yeah,
no
so
snow.
Crossing our fingers. But there are also some events that take place inside the
Yes.
gym. Is that correct?
Yep, in the cafeteria actually. So there'll be lots of games, activities, arts and crafts, face paint, food, and like we said, the Easter Bunny and the Chick, and a balloon artist too.
Ooh, fun.
So, yeah.
Now, I know it is free to attend, but folks may want to come and bring a couple bucks here or there because there are things that you can purchase at the event. Talk to me about some of those items.
Some of the games we have are like $1 or a ticket, so they can come purchase tickets, play some games. Some of like our novelty, fun Easter themed items are $1, and our concession stand is also about a buck a food item. So
Nice. So definitely affordable for the whole family, fun. And the big question, can I get my photo taken with the Easter Bunny?
absolutely, bring your smartphone or your camera, and we'll have the Easter Bunny and the Chick all set up with big backdrop, and you can come take the pictures of the kids.
Really cool opportunity, I think, for families to get out and have some fun for this holiday without all the commercialism involved.
Right. Yep.
You
Absolutely.
know, really cool. Anything else you want to highlight about the event?
Our balloon artist is amazing. He does the Centerville Christmas stroll every year, so that's he's kind of been in the town event, so he's amazing. He does the best creatures and animals and all that, so it'll be great.
Oh, so fun. So what age group would you say this event is targeted towards?
We generally target towards grades 3 and under, but obviously older children are welcome.
Nice. And do a lot of kids get fancied up and wear their Easter hats and their dresses, or do they stay casual?
This is more of a casual, but they do bring their baskets, those fancy baskets. But yeah, they generally, it's pretty casual, laid back. You know, they can come. Hopefully it's nice out. They can definitely hunt for some eggs outside, but it's sneakers kind of casual day.
Awesome. Perfect. Well, thank you so much for telling us all about it. I really appreciate it, and I can't wait. And hopefully we'll cross our fingers for you that there's no snow.
Thank you.
No snow on the ground. The Conservation Commission meets tonight at 6:30 in the Town Hall hearing room. The Waterways Committee will meet tonight. That meeting will take place in the Selectmen's Conference Room. We'll be sure to tune in to our hour-long news program, Barnstable This Morning, weekdays at 7 a.m. On tomorrow's show, we will chat with David Augustino, Executive Director of the Cape and Islands Workforce Investment Board, for our Business Barnstable segment. We'll learn more about a recent Barnstable County substance abuse study. Plus, we'll have all the news and information you need. For Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Mannel.